Yes people, hope you're all good. Welcome back to another video. So in this week's episode, I'm doing a quick gear rundown because tomorrow I go on my biggest hike yet. I'm going to be backpacking 96 miles from Milngavie to Fort William in the Scottish Highlands, doing the West Highland way. So I've fully packed my gear. It's all literally ready to set off tomorrow. So I'm going to show you exactly what I'm taking. I tell you what, that sun is right in my eyeballs. Hopefully you can see this properly, because I can't see the GoPro screen. Anyway, I'm going to start with the pack. As you can see, it's looking like a pretty small pack, to be fair. To say it's going to be like a 6-day hike, this is the lightweight gramless 35 Ultra. So it's a 35 litre backpack. The main compartment is only 28 litres, and I've managed to get all my kit in here, including the tent inside the pack. I do have the option to strap the tent at the bottom if I'm carrying a bit of extra stuff on the trail, but as it stands, this is everything I'll be taking tomorrow. So if I just crack this open, it's just got a roll top bag, a bit like a dry bag at the top. So that's my shelter, the Bonfuss Duos 2P 2-person trekking pole tent. Absolute cracker that. So I've got a mixture of pegs. I've got 4 Easton 9 inches. I've got 4 Easton 6 inches. And then I've got 4, I think these are MSR carbon cores. Pretty expensive, these tent pegs, to be fair, but you pay that when you're wanting to keep the pack weight down. And also in here, I've got a little trowel. Right then, that's the tent fully pitched up. So the shelter of choice is the Bonfuss Duos 2P. It's a DCF trekking pole tent. I've gone for a 2-person tent because it just gives me that little bit more room on those multi-day trips. And for the weight difference, it's totally worth getting a 2-person tent, in my opinion, if it's that light anyway. I have actually done an initial review of that tent, just sort of pitching it and having a look around it. So I'll link that in description. So make sure you check that out. Right, before we look inside the main pack, let's have a quick look round the outside. So in the side pockets, I have got 600ml bottle of water and a tiny little extra tripod. So it's not the main one that I'm going to be using. It's just one of those that you can grip round stuff. Super light as well. So it just gives me a second option for filming if I need to wrap it around a little branch or something. So that just stays in the side pocket. And it also gives me the chance, if I want to put my phone on the tripod that I'm using now, then I can use the GoPro on that one. Just gives me those options. Obviously, if you don't film your trips, then you won't need out like that. In the other side pocket, I've got my sunnies, my shades. Should probably have them on today, actually. So hopefully I need them. If I need them, that means the weather's good. That's the shades. And then I've just got a few snacks. Because with this bag, I'm not taking my chest pod. I don't have any hip belt pockets. I'm not taking a, what they're called, bum bag, fanny pack. Not taking any of that sort of stuff. I'm literally just going to have my 2 pockets on my shorts. So I'm going to have to make use of these side pockets. So just snacks. I've got M&Ms, and some Skittles. They're the only sort of snacks that I'm taking really, because I can top up when I get to shops and that. So that's it for side pockets. What I really like about this bag, which is same as my Berghaus, it has the front pockets on the straps. So in this, as well as the 600ml bottle, I'm going to be carrying an 800ml bottle. So these are just smart water bottles. And then in the other one, I've got my Katadyn or Katadyn B3 water filter, and that is also 600ml. So I've got 2 litres of water at any one point, which isn't too bad. And I may buy the odd like can of pop or bottle of pop or whatever when I get to shops. The only other pocket on this now is the front, this stretchy mesh, and I've managed to get quite a lot of stuff in here. So we'll start off. That's just the tent bag. In this dry bag, I've got, I'm hoping, waterproofs. I've got 3 things in here. So I've got my waterproofs. I've gone with an smock. So it's a really light, it's the Halo smock I think it's called. So it's really lightweight. I may live to regret that if we get some heavy downpours. but I just didn't want to take the big bulky waterproofs. I want to be travelling as light as I can on this trip. And then to go with that, I barely use these, to be fair. These are just some lightweight Innovate. It says get a grip on it. I love that. Same again, really lightweight. So I wouldn't just wear these as normal pants. They're actually pretty see-through. So I just wear them over my shorts or over my leggings if it starts raining. And then another thing in here, the only gloves that I'm taking are these fingerless mitts by Rab. So I just keep them in there for now, just to keep them dry in case it starts raining. So that's the waterproofs. Now also in here, key if you're going to Scotland, hopefully I'm avoiding the midge season, but I've got a smidge bug net. I've had some bad experiences with those midges up there, so definitely taking that. And then also in here I've got, let's have a look, I've got 2 bread bags to use at camp. If my feet are wet through and I've put my dry socks on and I need to nip out at 10 and put my trail runners back on, then I can just put my feet inside the bread bags and it just stops my dry socks getting wet. And then inside that, I've got 2 little sponges. One that I'll probably use for myself or the tent. I think I'll share a sponge with tent, any condensation and that. And then the other one just to wipe out my pot and stuff like that. Just general bit of cleaning. So that's that. And then I think the only other thing, oh no, hey up, we've got some electrolytes. So I'm going to be taking at least one of them every day, just popping it in a water bottle. It also adds a little bit of flavour. What are this one? Strawberry and lime, these. So it just adds a little bit of flavour to that water. And then the main bulky item in the front of here is my drone. Normally I carry this in my chest pod, but I'm just not going to take it because I just feel a bit more comfortable hiking long distance without something else swinging about at the front, and just have a nice lightweight backpack instead. So in here it's the DJI Mini 2 and the controller. So I just keep them in a dry bag as well. Make sure they stay dry, and that's everything. So I have got room in my side pockets if I want to add a little bit more of this stuff, like my electrolytes, smidge net, bags or whatever. And then that frees up a bit more space in this stretchy pouch, but we should be absolutely fine. Now I think that is everything. The only other thing that'll be on the outside of the pack is my trekking poles, but obviously they're in the tent at the moment. And I think this time I've gone for, why have I gone blank? Lecky Kumbu Light, they're called. I used to use Black Diamond, but I had a couple issues with cork on them, just sort of flaking off. I think I destroyed it when I did that beach camp and all the seawater. Salt must have killed it off. Right, inside the bag, don't know if you're going to be able to see this, I've actually just got a carrier bag. And then that covers the top half of the bag. So I'll set that aside for 1 minute. So in this carrier bag, we have got some leggings, because I'm not taking any pants on this trip. I'm just going to go with shorts, and then if it gets a bit nippy, draw foot leggings. And then I've got my waterproofs as well as an extra little shell. So they're my leggings. And then also in here, I've got my air mat. So I've gone for the Thermarest Neo Air X Lite NXT, the newest version. The last one that I had it about 1.5 years, and it started leaking very slowly. And by slowly, I mean, if I were asleep on it for like 7 hours, in the morning, you could tell it had just gone down a little bit. So I was a little bit concerned. I thought, is that going to get any worse? I couldn't find any puncture holes, so I'd definitely not put an hole in it. So I just sent it back to them, see what they thought. Within about 1.5 weeks or 2 weeks, I had a brand new one sent. So excellent customer service from Thermarest. Lifetime warranty, and they actually lived up to that. So fair play to them. And then also in here, I've got another dry bag. And this is just going to be electricals. So are we going fully deep on this, yeah? Am I showing you literally everything that I've got? I guess I've got one. Right. Flex tail pump. I was umming and ahhing about taking this, to be honest. I was just going to use the pump sack that you get with the Thermarest, because I thought the only other reason to use this is because it's got a tent light. But then when I weighed the pump sack and weighed this, there's not much difference. I might as well just take it. So I really recommend these, the flex tail pumps. I'll put a link in the description to more or less all of this stuff. And I think I've got a discount code for them as well. Might be like 15% off or something like that. So yeah, make sure you check the description, because they're sick, them. Right, I want to make sure I keep everything in order here, because I'm going to have to pack this properly and I don't want to be forgetting anything. This is just a random bag of cables. So I've got iPhone cable, USB-C. I've got a patch for my firm rest, the repair patch. Just little GoPro bits and bobs. And then my SD cards as well in there. Right, and then I've got 2 head torches, one with the strap and one without. So this is a Sun Blesser head torch. The reason why I took 2 is because I wasn't going to take the tent light. So I thought it'd be good to have an extra little light just in case. But we'll see. I'll probably take them both now anyway. Spare battery for the drone. I've got one inside the drone as it is, and then this is my second battery. And then this big unit is going to be my power bank. So it's the Anchor, I think it's 26,800 milliamp hours. So that should keep me charged up for 6 days, no problem. I'll just put that back in there so the dry bag don't blow away. Right, loads of stuff in this bag. Now this is all my GoPro batteries. So I'm literally taking, what's we got in here? 7 batteries plus the one that's in the GoPro. And then I've just got a 3-in-1 charger. So as a battery dies, I'll pop it inside this charger. As the next one dies, pop it inside this charger. And when we get to a cafe or a little pub or something and they're gonna let me use the plugs, hopefully, I'll be able to give them a charge. Because I wanna make sure I get plenty of content. I don't wanna have to worry about batteries dying and stuff. So I've got 8 with me. That should do. And then also a few spare blister plasters. Hopefully I don't need these, but I've just got them in there just in case. That's all my coffees in there. Just gone for some Lions cafe lattes with my spork as well. You can see that. Right, cook kit. I've gone a bit minimal with the cook kit, to be honest. All I've got is a 550ml Lixada boiling pot and a Coleman C300 gas. So it's 230 grams of gas. I'm not taking a cup. Normally I take my X mug. I'm not taking that on this trip because I'm only ever going to be boiling water. So I'm going to drink my brews out of that same pot. Just saves a bit of weight instead of bringing extra crap. Oh, these are mashed up already. I ain't even set off. Sure I had 2. Yeah, they're smashed to bits. So these are Pop-Tarts. There's just 4 Pop-Tarts here. I thought they'll do as a bit of breakfast for the first couple of days until I can have a quick little resupply. And then in this one is just toilet roll, just bog roll wrapped in a little bread bag. Right, let's talk about Scran. So I'm going to try to eat as much as I can when I get to stuff like pubs, cafes, fish and chip shops, even little co-ops and stuff like that, general stores. And they've got little honesty boxes as well. So I'm going to eat when I can at those places. I've also packed 4 of these Summit to Eat camping meals. So I've gone for beef stew with potatoes, pasta bolognese, vegetable chipotle chili with rice, and a spicy pasta arrabbiata. And then the last thing in this bag is this little DCF bag with a lot of stuff in here. I'm not going to get all this out because I'm going to end up losing stuff. So this is just basically my odds and sods, my first aid, my hygiene. So I've got deodorants in there, toothbrush, tick remover, plasters, 2 little Bic lighters. I've also got my stove in here. So I'm not taking the Soto Windmaster. Will I live to regret that? Maybe so. But I've gone for the BRS 3000T, I think it's called. These are about 25 quid, if that, and they weigh about 25 grams, if that. So a perfect ultralight stove. If I was to be doing any sort of cooking, then I probably wouldn't take this. I'd take the Soto Windmaster. but because I'm literally just boiling water, this will do the job. And a lot of people use these and I've had no issues. I've also got some toothpaste tablets in here, and I've got these wipes. Once you add water to them, they stretch out and you can use them as a bit of a wipe. Little wet wipe. A little wet wipe. Check my toothbrush out as well, mate. Sawn off shotgun. Ultralight, fam. So that's that. The itty bitty bag. Right, let's get back into the main pack then. Everything else in here is all going to be stuff that I do not want to get wet. So they're in a little pack liner. And then I've got my rotational boxers. These are from Decathlon. Great value for money. I've got my core hoodie. So I can use that as a bit of a base layer, or just when it's a bit colder and put it on as a little extra layer. I've got that. Trekology pillow. I've ditched a flex tail pillow just because of the weight. If you want comfort, I'd go for the flex tail. If you're saving a few grams, I've gone for this Trekology A-Luft 2.0. So a really good pillow, never let me down. And it's comfy enough. So that's that. Spare shorts. Now I wasn't sure about bringing these, but if these get absolutely piss wet through that I'm wearing, at least I've got a rotational pair to put on while these dry out. But these are ultra light. These are my little bin liner shorts. There's no pockets on them or anything. So that's them, which are also t-shirt. I'm just bringing one t-shirt with me, a rotational t-shirt. This is the Nitro, I think it's called. Right, so for socks, I've got 2 pairs of Darn Tough and a pair of Injinji toe socks. These are just sort of sock liners, so I'll always wear these underneath a pair of these. So I've got 3 pairs of socks there. Woolly hat. Good Bloke Outdoors woolly hat. Perfect for the job. Keep me nice and warm. If you're interested in buying one of these, drop me an email, contact@goodblokeoutdoors.com, and I'll sort you one of these out. 20 quid, free shipping for UK. But yeah, that'll be my hat of choice every time. Now, wasn't sure about bringing these, but I've gone for them just in case. I think yesterday it got down to like 4 degrees. So we're at a weird time of year really, where it can be really warm like today, kicking on 16 degrees or whatever it is, and then 4 degrees on a night. So I've gone for the Nature Hike down pants. Another reason being, because I'm not actually bringing any pants to hiking, when I'm chilling round camp, nice to just put these on. So they're the Nature Hike down pants. To go with the down pants, I've gone for a down jacket. So this is actually my 3rd down jacket from Decathlon, and this is the Forclaz MT100. I think it's their lightest down jacket. So it's good to about 0 degrees or something like that. It might even say -5, but I'm going to say it's good to about 0. It doesn't have a hood, and I got it in a medium instead of a large. Weight saving, mate. But it fits me absolutely fine. I think the last thing inside the pack is my quilt. So this is the Firmrest Vesper 32F. So it's good to 0 degrees, it says. I think that's the limit. Comfort is about 6 degrees, I think. But because it can drop a bit colder than that, I've got my down jacket, I've got my down pants. I should be absolutely fine with that. So that is the Vesper quilt by Firmrest. And that is just about everything. All getting into this tiny little bag. So really pleased with that. I'll just show you around it all right quickly, so you can see how much stuff we've got there. And there's the tent looking fire. I've got the quilt, got all the clothes, got the electronics, got all my cooking stuff, food. So yeah, that's everything. So as far as what I'm wearing, this is another one of those sort of netted base layers, a bit like the Core that I've got over there. But this one is by Senchi Designs. I think it's the Alpha something or other. It's got a number after it. It's the Alpha anyway, and it's got a hood. So it's really good, super lightweight as well. And then under this, I've got another one of those Nitro t-shirts, the same as the blue one. So I'm just going to rotate with these. If it's really warm and I'm sweating, I'll just wear the t-shirt. There might be days where I'm just wearing this and not a t-shirt underneath it to get plenty of airflow through. And then I'll be wearing the Nike 5-inch trail running shorts. I really like them. Footwear of choice, take my shoe off, is the Ultra Lone Peak 7s. So I've done a few miles on these so far, but this will be the first big test for them. And then same again, I'll have darn tough socks on with Injinji sock liners on, toe sock liners. And that's about everything. I'll also be taking, which are on charge at the moment, so I didn't bring them, my wireless headphones as well. I think they're going to be a must bring, mainly because I've got to do like a 6-hour train journey or whatever it is, just to get up to Milgai. So they'll come in handy for that. And it's nice to just pop your headphones on from time to time, listen to a podcast while you're hiking. So the days are going to be anything from 15 miles to 20 miles every day for like 6 days, maybe less, maybe more. We'll just see how we get on. I ain't actually got no set plan. I've not booked any campsites. I've not got any permits for like camping near Loch Lomond. I'm just gonna wing it and just... Oh, sorry about that, the GoPro died. So like I was saying, I've got no campsites booked. I've got no permits booked. I'm just gonna wing it, just hike for as long as I can and then pitch up. I'm not gonna rush it though like I did the Cumbria way. I'm gonna go at a steady pace and enjoy it. And however long it takes is how long it takes. I've got a week off work, so I'm really looking forward to it. I can't wait, honestly. It's gonna be sick. Right people, so that's everything. I am really looking forward to setting off now, to be honest. It's gonna be a long old journey to get there and then a long old hike to complete it, but it should be great fun. I'm looking forward to making some epic content for you guys. So if you wanna support this hike, help provide some much needed calories to fuel this hike, then you can buy me a coffee. I'll put a link in the description and I'll pin it in the top comments as well. Any donation will be much appreciated. And like I say, it'll just go towards some food, train tickets, anything like that to help fund this hike. Yeah, it's going to be awesome. You could also join the Patreon as well. I'm going to be doing daily updates every day on Patreon whilst I'm on the hike. So a lot of extra content on there. Right guys, thank you for watching. Hope you like this video. Any questions, make sure you smash them in the comments and I'm happy to help and answer any of those questions. Make sure you subscribe if you've not done already. Press that bell button to get notified when I upload these videos. Weekly videos every Monday, 7 PM, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out, in a bit.